All right, welcome to Random Acts of Carving. Today I got a different one. This is going to be a wooden mug, hopefully with a tiki design on it. This is for a friend of mine, and we're going to try to carve this. I'm not sure what we're going to run into yet. This is a oak handle and glued together, layered up with a piece of black walnut on each side, and I think he said it was maple or something in the middle here. I'm not sure, but yeah, we're going to try to carve some cool designs in this, and we're going to make it a little thinner, but basically get it looking like a tiki mug. So here we go. We're going to dig into this thing. All right, I got them pretty well drawn out here on the cup. That's where I'm going to start. Just going to try to get this. I may make this handle a little fancier. I'm going to do some more detail stuff on this, but this is the general shape I'm going to go for first, and then we'll work on it after that. Alright, it's tiki time, and here we go. Just starting out with a drum bit. Has a just smooth end on the end of it there. Doesn't have any teeth on the end. Like a barrel, I guess. Just going around cutting out my lines. This is the first tiki carving I've made in a long time. I did a couple with a chisel from a fresh palm tree cut down. When I first started carving, I did a couple of planters. They're about 3 feet tall, about 10 inches around whenever I started carving them, and then as I dried out, they got down to probably about 8 inches around. They really shrunk. But I put the polyurethane on them when they were still wet, and the polyurethane actually saved the carving, and it split all inside, and but the carving on the outside still looked pretty good. Yeah, that's probably the only tiki type carving that I've done, was those, and then this here. Now those I did with a chisel. I did them a lot by hand. It was whenever that the inside of a palm tree is wet, it's almost like once you get through that outer skin, it was almost like carving a watermelon. It's really neat. You can go really deep with it, really easy with just a hand chisel. This here's, like I said, this here's black walnut that I'm cutting right here, and it's carving really nice. I was surprised I haven't had any black walnut in years. Used to play around with it a little bit. My dad had a wood shop years ago, and as soon as I cut into it, the smell instantly brought back a lot of memories of his shop. Alright, well, I got them basically drawn on there. I just used a drum bit with a smooth end on it there, and man, just went around there. It cut through that stuff like butter. I thought it was going to be harder than granite, but it was really cutting nice. So yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit of shaping on this and detail it out. This thing's going to be awesome. Yeah, so now I finally got a feel for the wood there. I put a I think Just Carve Rob calls this a Christmas tree bit. I just stuck this thing in the ram hand piece there, and just started going to town with this thing. This would be a good carving for beginners. Kind of draw something out. There's millions of designs online. You can pick and choose from 100 different ones or 1,000 different ones, and pick little things you like about each one of them, and kind of make your own design. You can just if you're just making it for yourself, you can do whatever you want. But, it's kind of a neat little carving. It's fun to do. And the deeper you go with it, the deeper you can get cut in, the neater it's going to look. On the back side, I decided to just put a few plumeria flowers. This is the ones they make the leis out of, and they hang around your neck when you go to Hawaii. These were really fun to carve too. They weren't real hard to do, but they really had a nice look to them. Once I got the shape kind of figured out there, then I just went around the outside, dug them in a little deeper, carved underneath of them just a hair on most of the way around, just to get that shadow line around them and make them look like they're popping out there a little bit. Also dug a hole in the center. If you look at images of one, they kind of go in pretty deep right in the center, and it was easy to just run that bit right in and drag it out on all 5 of the petals, and make it resemble a plumeria pretty fast. This cup was like a octagon whenever I got it, so here I'm just taking the corners off of it a little bit, making it look more round. And here I'm just adding a little bit of texture to the background. And with the cup in the way, I had this big 3/4 inch oak board sticking out the side of this thing to make the handle out of, but I didn't have a way to, couldn't get my jigsaw in there because it was up against the cup. So I had this big, very aggressive wheel, so I just hooked it up in a Dremel, and took a few extra minutes, but I was able to cut right through that stuff. And I got to make a lot more dust and make a big mess. I wanted to do a design on the handle, at least on the front side here, and just dress it up a little bit. So I found these leaves that were in a lot of the tiki drawings and pictures, and ran those down the handle. Here I was just using a diamond grip bit in that ram handpiece, and it worked really well for just doing this little detail and cutting in the corners and doing the little fine tuning there around those leaves. Then I slow it way down, put the drum sander on this, and just use it for cleaning up all the edges, all the rough texture that the Christmas tree bit left. Been trying to catch up on some of the other YouTube carvers. Amy Jo on her channel that did the moon challenge a few months ago, and then Just Carve Rob. He makes some pretty neat stuff. Matt Carves. That's a really good channel, and I know there's a lot of other ones I've been watching recently. I just can't think of their names right off. Those are the ones that are coming to my mind that have been putting out some really neat carvings. So if you want to check out their channels, you got some neat stuff. And then so I decided to do a little bit of paint on here just to pick this up. I knew this dark black walnut was going to turn really dark when I put some oil on it, so I want to make some of this stuff stand out a little bit. So I'm just going over it with some acrylic paints and then wiping it off pretty much with a wet rag, wiping a lot of the color back off, but just giving it some accents. Make it look old and worn, like it's been around for 100 years, and then, but still wanted it to look new. And here I'm just using a food grade mineral oil. Going over it, I put 2 coats of this on it. I got a bigger brush for the second coat. This was kind of slow doing this. But man, it really brought that wood to life, didn't it? Just amazing the colors coming out of that. Okay, I just wanted to also tell you guys that I did not make this cup. That's why I didn't make the video of how this cup was made. A friend of mine that wanted the cup, he made the cup. He wanted the carving, but he glued some boards together, left the oak piece stick out for the handle, and then he put it on a lathe and ran a big Forstner bit down through here, a 3-inch Forstner bit. That's what made the cutout in there. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that's where this thing came from, and that's why you didn't see it on the video. Alright, well, I got this carving done. This gigantic Tiki Mug. Turned out pretty cool. If you like the video, give me the thumbs up. If you want to see more crazy carvings, then hit the subscribe button. And I just want to say thanks and give a shout out to all the people that have been subscribing and leaving the comments on the channel. It's been awesome. You guys are the reason that I carve one of these every week. We kind of have some fun and show you guys what I'm doing and share it with you guys. So just want to say thanks and see you all next week. Thanks for watching.